Hey everybody, this is Bob from Black Arrow Gaming, and welcome back to my 5th Age of Wonders 3 Advanced Strategy series. I appreciate a lot of you. I had so much good feedback for the last, 4 episodes, going through the comments. It's a lot to cover, I guess, in 4 episodes, but there was a lot of good suggestions that came out of you guys. I do apologize, I had to be a little bit picky with the comments. I wasn't able to respond to everyone. Some people I just throw likes their way, but I'm trying to do the best I can. There was a lot this week, as you might imagine. But I want to go through some of the ones that really stood out to me here. And I want to begin with some item management stuff because I've been letting that kind of go for a while. I've been sort of letting my item management get a little messy. There's a lot of discussion about which items to give to who. And to be perfectly honest, Carson's set up the way I like him. But there was some things I could improve with the others. So I guess I should start with the halfling. If you look at what she's got, both of these items are pretty garbage. The break control is nice, but the 40% spirit protection is wasted on the halfling because she's already got strong will. And the Jewel of Forgotten Revival is also, well, it's not that great. It's just plus 12 regeneration. So it kind of helps because it helped when the stack didn't have a lot of healing, but now they got 2 healers, so they should be fine. So I need to give her something else. And then the Necro actually has this vampire spider, and Arch Redbeard correctly pointed out that the lifesteal that the vampire spider is giving my Necro is actually going to be wasted on him because the Necro already has lifesteal from a hero upgrade because he's a necromancer. And when I get the life drain sword, adding lifesteal to that will give me greater life drain, which that sword's right here, it's on the way, which is the best life drain you can get. So I actually need to send that spider, and that'll show up on this turn. So I need to send that spider to somebody else. I already like Carson's mount, and the halfling really shouldn't be doing any melee fighting, so I'm going to send that to Ganon. I know I haven't been doing a lot of melee fighting with him, but he's kind of like the next logical option. And it does give him some blight protection and night vision. I guess night vision's not hugely important, but the Necro army's already got units with night vision in it, I believe. I think the dragons have that. I'll double check that in a minute. But so this can go to Ganon. I'll send that his way. Oh wait, I forgot. I can't actually send anything to Ganon yet. There was a few people that pointed out that I really need to just clear out some of the crap that I don't need. I'm gonna give Ganon. I'm going to actually send that Shimmering Orb of Aldor to the halfling because she doesn't have very many good items. I'm gonna let Ganon have that Keeper Brooch of the Valley back. I am not gonna ever use that Warcry helmet, so that can get sold. The Petrifying Glove I should probably keep. And then both of these items I want Ganon to hang on to. Those are going to be better than what he currently has equipped. I might give him the Spear of Justice that person has once the Life Drain Sword arrives. In fact, I will go ahead and send that off, because I'm done with him on this turn anyway. So I'll go ahead and send that off. Actually, I might... You know what? I might want to hold off on that for one more turn, because the Life Drain Sword isn't going to do me any good versus the stuff that's in here. The True Dread Reapers and 3 Deathbringers. So maybe I want to hang on to the Spear of Justice for just one more turn with the Necro. And Ganon's going to have that Fire Sword coming, so there's not really any hurry on that. Inflict Dazzled, I struggled a little bit to decide what to do with this, and I'm still not sure. I feel like that's a good item that could be useful in the right situation, so I'm probably going to hang on to it as long as I have space for it. But it's not like... I don't know. My other items are generally better, with the exception of the halfling stuff. What I might do is... Actually, I think that's what I will do. You know what? That's exactly what I'll do. Farron does not need this. The 5 hit points are okay, but he does not need the regeneration. So I'm going to actually put Inflict Dazzle back on him. He doesn't need the regeneration because he's got 2 support units in his army, and because I'm a Theocrat, they have regular healing. So I'm going to send this off to probably the halfling, because it's better than the Jewel of Revival that she has, because it does give her a few extra hit points. and she's fragile enough that I would really like her to have those extra hit points. The Sun Shield can be sold. I have plenty of good shield slot items, some of which are actually quivers. The Locket of Lost Love. This is... Well, hang on. He's already got... Why does he already have Strong Will? What is that? Oh, it's from the helmet I gave him. I don't know. I might swap that out for a better helmet if I find one for him. So I guess he could hang on to the Locket of the Lost Love for now, unless there's somebody that could make better use of it. But actually, every other hero already has Strong Will, so I don't really need it for anyone else. But yeah, so I think he's good there. The Tinderbox I can probably sell. I always hang on to it. I did this in another game. I hung on to that for forever. It helps with lowering units' resistance for conversion attempts, but I tend to never use it or never have an opportunity to use it or forget to use it. But I have 3 open slots here, so I'll just let it sit there for now. If I need the money at some point, I'll try to remember to sell it. The Ruby Ring of Heat Deflection, I may send that the Halfling's way as well. She's already got some useful stuff headed her way. Those items like that can be useful if you remember to swap them in and out prior to battles. And then I'm going to let Ganon keep 1 shield because I may convert him to more of a melee fighter as the game goes on. He is an orc after all. So I may again sell that ring later, but we'll see. It depends on kind of what I end up coming up against. It could be handy against the flame tanks or the Draconian Dreadnought. Actually, I should probably hang on to it specifically because of the Draconian Dreadnought, because that's going to be a heck of a lot of fire damage. And I think that's more or less it. Ganon's crown here, it might end up going to the Halfling once this arrives. So we'll review that. I'll try to remember to review that before each episode. So the remainder of the comments, there was one from Blurry Intervision with regard to Tarsak here. And that was with regard to being careful not to migrate too many Tigran cities. I actually checked, and I'm actually absorbing this one into my empire. But I did notice that Tigrans have become very unhappy with me. And I don't really care what the Tigrans think of me. But Karzan might. Right now his morale's doing pretty good, and that's largely because of winning battles and becoming more evil. The becoming more evil is going to wear off as time goes on, so he's pretty much happy to be winning battles. But he's getting a minus 100 from race happiness, very unhappy. So I'll have to keep an eye on that and maybe not be too terribly mean to the Tigrans. Tarsak pointed out that and Mr. Saribot both pointed out that when I attacked this city, I should have used Mark of the Heretic. I should really use that before any tough overworld battle where I can see the stack that I'm attacking. I need to try to keep that in mind. Hubert Chow corrected what I said earlier when I was talking about trolls, how they have killing momentum, how I thought they had killing momentum. But I was looking at their upgrades and noticed at Elite they get Fearsome. They actually get killing momentum at Veteran, and I completely overlooked that. So quick correction there. Grouchus and Sheriff Feingold both mentioned that I still need the Theocrat Conclave in this city to be able to make the Crusaders, so I'll go ahead and throw that in the list of buildings to be constructed. And I guess the last comments kind of overlap. I Am Legion suggested using new units as I create them to clear some of the structures in the back here before I move them forward. But Asterflow suggested scouting the Mermaid City with my Cherub and possibly attacking that with my Sorcerer army. This sort of depends on what the Halflings do, and we'll see a little bit more as I go into the next turn. But down here, I've got this scout watching this pass here to see if any Halfling units try to come through. If they do, I'm going to have to get my Sorcerer army back underground to deal with them pretty quickly. I'm sure I can probably clear this, that, take the city, and get back underground. But it would be really nice if I could use them to go after these guys. Because, well, for one thing, or for the primary reason that the Lords of the Deep are basically the perfect counter to the Dreadnought units that I'm going to be facing down. So that's something to keep in mind, and we'll see as the next turn develops kind of what happens there. Because, like I said, a lot of that's going to depend on what the Halfling ends up doing. So anyway, back to Karzan here. We've got a few things going on. I can probably clear that Forbidden Sanctum with him, and I'm also going to clear this Crystal Tree, get me a little extra mana. I have decided that I'm going to drop the longbow from this army. I kind of need the priest just for the extra healing. So the longbow is going to get ditched. I might put him on defense somewhere because he's an elf longbowman and he's kind of amazing at that. And to replace him, I'm going to add in that giant there. Okay, so then these guys can kind of go on a little crusade, around this area. I'm going to send Karzan because he's got a lot of movement points and he flies. And let's smash some stuff. Karzan do what he does best. Now, I don't think these guys can inflict stun without the promotion, so I don't have to worry about that. The cherub, or not the cherub, that's not a cherub, the wisp can. So I'm going to try to get rid of him as quickly as I can. The giant will not be able to do the job by himself because he is a giant and he's throwing a boulder at a wisp that resists it, but the firstborn might be able to handle that. Let's see if I can get these guys in range to at least hit it once and see how much damage that does. Oh, that darn near killed it. I actually don't need to charge it then. I can just sit back, let the enemy come to me. Well, most of them. Those guys, those node serpents are probably going to phase, and they may phase. They'll probably phase to where they can flank the giant. I would bet they'll flank the giant. They can't quite get to where they can flank the priest. I'm going to put Karzan out here on defense. Right there. I'll leave the firstborn kind of hanging out back here because I'm going to need somebody to counterattack those node serpents when they phase back. And we'll leave the orc exalted here. And we'll just see what happens. Okay. That's kind of what I thought would happen. Alright. They took a step back. Alright, so I can go ahead, I can kind of destroy that node serpent with the dwarf. I'm going to turn this one around, I think. They do a decent bit of damage back to me, but my units can handle it. Alright, the giant needs some XP too. I might let him melee attack the thing to death. Yeah. Oh, and he's got lifesteal as well. Alright. I'm gonna let the firstborn hit it just once. And then the priest can really mess these things up. Let the exalted get the finishing move, and Karzan can kind of just go psycho on the rest of this stuff. Because he's got killing momentum. Although I should probably actually use up... Okay, here's what I'll do. That guy might die from a sun spear. Hopefully he does. Okay. So killing momentum applies to that. And then I can go over here and have this guy... Oh, now he's panicked. Okay. Then I can bring Karzan back to get a little XP for him with Touched by Faith. And I can get healing with this guy on the firstborn that took a decent bit of damage. Karzan actually needs a healing item too. I need to try to remember to make one for him. And then this guy has not cast Absorb Pain on anything yet, so I'll do that. Give him a little more XP. Let the giant get another boulder throw in. And then let Karzan kind of finish things off. Okay. Ooh. Oh, that's not a bad item at all. Hang on a sec. That might be a good sword for Karzan. Yeah, his current sword's only 2 melee strength. I'll give him... I'll diversify his damage a little bit. Add more physical, add some poison, add some spirit, and then inflict bleeding wounds on top of everything else. I don't think he was already getting that. Where is inflict bleeding wounds? Yeah, he wasn't getting that from anything else, so we'll just add even more power for him. Okay, cool. And after that, I don't think I can quite reach up there yet, no, but on the next turn I'll be able to. So we'll run up, clear that Forbidden Sanctum, and then Carson's army is going to end up moving out east. And I'm just going to try to break some stuff. It's tempting to go after that, but I don't know if it's worth taking the extra time. What I would like to do with Carson's army is send them past the Dragon City, clear the Bandit King up, and then attack Frostmere to kind of take the fight to the enemy before the enemy takes it to me. I don't think I can prevent the Halfling from taking the fight to me, but I might be able to prevent the other enemies from taking the fight to me quite as quickly. Alright, got my Orc Priest here. He is headed... oh yeah, he was reinforcing... I'm currently reinforcing my giant city here, which is still a good idea. Cherub can stay. He's just hanging out to scout. And this guy is headed down this way. As for this little group plus the longbow, I will probably leave them in this Tigran city. Just to kind of hang on to it and help it grow. That could be a decent city. It's got some decent enough structures around it. So I think that's what they will do. I do need defenders, and that seems like a good place to have some, because I don't really, aside from Carson's army, I've got nothing else up north. And that is it. I am working on casting Sanctified Sight, so I will let that finish. Something was telling me I was forgetting that I needed to convert a mana node, but I think I actually did get it. I think it was that one. I think, yeah. No, I think I'm good there. And then I could also change some terrain if I wanted to. I can't do any more in that city, but if there's any cities that need more of a certain kind of terrain, I could do that. This one might benefit from it. Yeah, let's go ahead and sow some more salt before the end of this turn. Like, get these trees out of here. Who needs them? And I guess these trees as well. I'm going to get 322 more mana next turn, so I'm fine. Alright, let's do this. Let it cycle through the next turn. So a big part of what I end up doing, like I said, with that sorcerer army is trying to determine what the halfling does down here. So I'm going to kind of keep an eye on this spot, although I can zoom the map out a bit. Take a look at the underground and the overworld. Halfling's turn is... Whoops. Halfling's turn is... Oh, her turn is right now. I didn't see anything move past, and I don't expect anything to for the time being. They may try to reinforce that city. There is another way around. They can go up this way and cross over. I may want to keep an eye out for them coming this way and trying to attack me, but that's a lot longer than just going straight west and going after Crodorax over there. So I would expect them to come through this area. The nice thing about what I have set up here is that even if they come from the north, they can't get around this cavern wall. So that bridge isn't something I need to worry about. They have to come through this fort unless they go across the lava. And computers generally aren't smart enough to split up separate stacks of only flyers to take shortcuts across lava. They'll usually have other units mixed in that can't go across the lava. So it's unlikely that I have to worry about that. And I can clear that Forbidden Sanctum with my Sorcerer's army as they're coming through, so that'll give me a nice chunk of mana. And actually, I'm going to get 2 Forbidden Sanctums on the next turn, so who knows, I could get really lucky and get some really cool secret spell. It'd be nice, like my second Advanced Strategy series where I got the Summon Obsidian Dragon really early. That would be nice. I wouldn't mind having some dragon summons. But I'm not going to get my hopes up. I think it's just those 2. There is another Forbidden Sanctum. Oh wait, no, I think I'm thinking of a... Yeah, it's the Giant. Or it's the Castle of Lich King by the Giants. That I can't clear, at least not with these guys. Maybe when I get some Crusaders and a Shrine of Smiting or something like that. Probably a couple Shrines of Smiting for a battle like that. Okay, Sanctified Sights is ready to cast. I will go ahead and get that back up. I could use the extra happiness. And I probably should reinforce that, but we're going to wait. Oh no, I screwed up again. I needed Smite for the... okay. I needed Smite for my Necro for clearing this Lich castle down here. I guess they could use another turn to rest for the Black Knight to heal. I'm not too thrilled about that, but... we'll let him rest. We'll let the Black Knight heal. Fine. I need to remember, though, that I need Smite for the next turn. Need to use it to help clear that Lich Castle. Okay, a lot of new items arrived on this turn. I know this one's going straight to that spot. That's too good to pass up. And I have multiple Quiver of Razor Leafs at this point, so I'm going to sell the other one. Actually, she didn't get any of the other items that were on her way. So who else got stuff? Oh yeah, right. My Necromancer got the Vampire Sword, which I'm going to wait to equip until the timing is right to do so after the Lich battle. Ganon got his Fire Sword, which is better than his bloodthirsty sickle. That can be sold. Ganon also got the Battle Crown of Kings. So that's pretty cool. He can hang on to that. It doesn't do him a lot of good because he's got flyers in his army to help with scouting, specifically the Exalted. That is still a pretty good item, though, the extra +3 vision range. I would almost consider giving that to Karzan if he wasn't already getting a better item for his headpiece, too. Karzan's... oh, wait, no, Karzan didn't have... no, Karzan's got that item, and it already gives him +1 vision range and more defense and resistance, so I'll probably leave that with him. This might actually go to the Halfling. Oh yeah, that's better than what the Halfling's currently wearing. Although she's got another cap on the way, but I'm gonna send that to her anyway. It's a little too good for me to sell right now, and I think she could make use of it. I might need to get her a better mount, like a flyer or something, and maybe night vision to help her see underground, since she seems to be doing a lot underground. Okay, Produce Crusader is researched. I'm going to continue right through with Produce Evangelist and eventually work my way up to Shrines of Smiting so I can start making them as soon as possible in this city here. Another Stone Giant is finished. That is good news. He will probably go meet up with... well, he might actually go bolster the armies that I have out here, since this seems to be where I'm going to end up doing the bulk of the fighting in the near term. Karzan's army's already got one. I could send the Giant down to join the Halfling. Maybe that's actually a good idea. I could send him down there. The Giant wouldn't be a bad counter to the Halflings, and her army could use a tier 4, so I think that's actually what I will do. The fastest way is going to be to embark him. Hopefully there are no surprises lurking in the water, but let's go clear this Forbidden Sanctum and then see if I can get up far enough. Yep, I can get far enough up the road after this to clear that too. So let's do this first then. Succubus, couple of lesser Shadow Stalkers. Honestly, nothing too terribly scary in here. Only one of my knights has strong will though, so I have to watch out for that Seduce. But on the bright side, I've got Chaos Rift, and they can't do a thing about it, so that's cool. I might not even need it, though, for this battle. I am, however, going to use Thunderstorm. Which, I just said I was going to use Thunderstorm, and then I moved too far away for her to make use of it. I might save Chaos Rift for the battle against the Undead. I think that may be a better option if I'm going up against dragons. There's no tier 4s in this group. Let's, okay, those guys... let's position the knight that has strong will to manage both of those. Hopefully they'll fly in and attack him, and then I can counterattack. I do not want them seducing anyone. Halfling's army's already had a bad experience with people converting units, so... and I don't want that knight getting converted either, so he can go there. Alright, I think everybody's good. We'll see what they do. Nope, they weren't dumb, but I can now take the fight to them and hopefully kill them before they have a chance to seduce anything. Alright, I want Thunderstorm up. And how about some devastating charges? Absolutely wrecked. Okay, cool. The assassin I would also rather take the fight to, probably. Yeah, my Ice Queen can handle that. Oh, straight up froze him. Alright, cool. Oh yeah, Thunderstorm does make units drenched, so... maybe not this unit. I don't know if he can become drenched. There it is, drenched. Gains 40% fire. Yeah, so actually having Thunderstorm that's actually cool. I didn't even think about that, but having Thunderstorm active actually makes the freezing effect more likely to trigger because it lowers resistance to cold. That's pretty cool. He'll do pretty much nothing against that succubus, but I don't really need him to either. I'll just curse the assassin. Then I can Warcry. Do some damage. Panic. Oh, she's panicked, so that's helpful. And I actually may as well just finish her off. Ouch, that kind of hurt. Alright, he could use some healing, so I'll let the priest manage that. And I'm going to have the halfling, because she's got that quiver of holy fire, so that's really helpful here. Just finish him off. I would like to go after that assassin, I think. So how about a devastating charge? Get him a level, and I could try to mess with that thing. I guess I may as well. Well, if that backstabs something, it does more damage, so I may as well be aggressive towards it. Oh, oh, right, Thunderstorm. He just gets fried. Okay, what did I get? Hailstorm? Okay. More mana and some casting points. I think that's probably worth it. Take reward. Actually, getting those extra casting points means I could do the Lich King Castle battle on this turn. That kind of refunded me a bit. I might actually... You know what? I'm going to clear the other Forbidden Sanctum of Karzin's army first, too. The Black Knight is a little beat up, but I can manage that, I think. I might not even need Chaos Rift for this. Who's got the most movement? We'll send her in, because there might be items. Yeah, this is straight up a very likely victory. I don't think I need Chaos Rift. Heck, I might not be able to cast it anyway because Brain Rot, but I got lucky, so that's cool. Yeah, I'm not going to waste the mana if I don't really need the spell. Okay, now this time I'm going to remember to move one space before casting that. Can the carrion birds? Can anyone flank the halfling? Nope, not if I bunker up in front of her. Hopefully the dragon doesn't panic anybody. That would be annoying. I wish I could curse him to just slow him down a little bit. But he is undead, so no cursing. Okay, I'm actually kind of happy he did that. I can use the halfling to whittle down his health a bit, and use the knight that has the champion knight that has strong will to try to finish him off. Okay, first things first, I need some of these units out of the way. That's kind of a problem. This is mostly inconsequential, but I'll get that bird out of the way. I need that. I don't like where that bone wyvern is. Well, actually, you know what? It doesn't matter. What I can do is he's got killing momentum, so I can kill that carrion bird and then hold off for a second. She can soften that dragon up a bit and stun it. All right, cool. So then the knight can go 1, 2, 3, and then get devastating charge to finish off the bone dragon. He can run around and Warcry Wyvern. She should probably... Okay, I can move him here. Finish that off. And I'm actually going to wait until the next turn to heal with her, because if I do it on this turn, she's going to kind of like freeze out whatever, or hurt with cold damage, whatever she tries to heal. Well, I'm glad that didn't kill that lost soul, because I wanted to do healing. Okay, healing for you, healing for... It's the black... I think that trooper still needs it more than the knight does. Yeah, he does. Okay, and then for the final kill, we'll give that to her. I just poisoned Spit a Lost Soul to death. Okay, that shield looked really cool just from the picture, but it's actually not that great. So both of these items are not that useful. I'm going to sell them. Or at least not that useful compared to what I've currently got. Okay, so that's done and out of the way, and I can get this city, but not quite on this turn, unfortunately. I don't think it really benefits me to move any closer to it unless I want to clear that structure. I might want to clear the structures around this city, so we'll go ahead and move there. And then I will have that giant begin working his way across the lake. Hopefully there's no residual surprises like dragons flying around above the lake or something. Okay. So this item arrived for Karzan, but it's actually not really as good as what he already has. I think this needs to be sold. That's another one I can get rid of. I'm probably going to end up selling that sword at some point too. It depends on whether oh wait, no, I shouldn't sell that sword because of the dreadnought. I actually could use it for the for helping to damage the machines and equipment. I actually will probably need to hang on to that with Karzan and swap it onto him when I go into those battles. Because bleeding's not going to do any good against those units, and neither is poison or spirit. So actually that's a good, yeah, that's a good item for Karzan to keep. Ganon got, I'm not sure why, I don't remember. I clicked on some notification that led me to Ganon, it must have been an old one. Okay, so this city still wants a joint offer. Still can't do it because of that. And Karzan is probably not going to take care of that anytime soon. I got a feeling this city is just going to... Oh, hey, there's another node I can convert. I got a feeling this city is just going to have to be happy as a vassal and hopefully give me some nice tributes. Because I'm not going to be able to do anything about that anytime soon. There are places where I need roads. I don't remember. I apologize. I'm not sure that I remember who in the comments told me this. I may have made a note about this, and I think I may have actually accidentally overwritten it. But I did get a comment from somebody about the need to build a road through this area. I think that's a good idea. I don't know. Oh, hey, there's another longbowman sneaking around. I think I'll probably go out and meet him with the 2 orc priests. Or, well, now 3 orc priests. I'll put them here for now, and then we'll see what the longbowman does. So yeah, I was thinking of building a road through here to connect to Ordron. I could use more road networks in general in a few different places, especially with advanced logistics coming up. I don't know if I'm going to build one with this builder quite yet. because Carson's army is only going to move forward. The thing is, I'm not bringing reinforcements through this area on a regular basis. I think having a road here might actually be more of a hindrance to me if enemies come, because most of my reinforcements are going to be coming from the southwest. But I suppose what I should at least do is build a road, probably from here, near that cave entrance, and then on down here. So I guess I'll do that. If I can get him through all this crap. Oh. What the heck. Carson's army may need to come back through here at some point to clear that, so I guess I'll go ahead and make the road. If the enemy gets this far east, I've got problems anyway, so... And I'll just be able to catch up to him that much more quickly. So I'll do kind of like this. Maybe get it on those wetlands. That'll work. And then he'll work his... Once I get down here, I'll send that builder. I'll keep sending him down and build more roads in this area, too. Race governance level up for some weird reason with the Tigrans. Neither of these look particularly good. Although, part of me would actually really like to make Tigran sun guards in this city. Like, migrate it from Orc to Tigran and build sun guards there. Because it's set up for a pikeman production. And you know what? I'm going to pick the sun guard boost just in case I decide to do that later. Having extra production for Tigran settlers really doesn't help me, so why not? Neither of those are particularly helpful right now. Oh, hang on. Okay, so the dragons have a quest, but I might actually be able to do it now. Slay the giants. Ooh, I wish that I had a unit that can convert up there. Dang, that would be nice. But I don't. So... I have an idea. I'm going to accept this quest. I need to not forget about it. The Necro army might actually be able to do something about that, because he's got Ghoul Curse. And if I could Ghoul Curse a couple giants, especially the Fire Giant, that'd be incredibly useful for the Necromancer's army. And, yeah. I'll see if I can get that. Speaking of the Necromancer, I need to clear this Forbidden Sanctum so that I can go do that battle down there. Might give me even more smites, so I will do that this time. And we got ourselves a King Shock Serpent. That's something else I'd very much like to convert, but I'm not going to want to wait around for that. So let's just go ahead and clear this. Or I meant, when I said convert, I meant Ghoul Curse. I don't know. Actually, maybe I should have waited and let the Necro army do that. But he's going to be kind of busy. I don't know. I think at this point, I really need to get him to the front line. Is there another snake in here? Oof, there is. Maybe what I could do is clear out some of the tougher stuff. Okay, let's see how the battle develops. When I say tougher stuff, I actually meant clear out some of the weaker stuff, like the Wraith King, which would also be really useful if I could... Oh, man. This stuff's all really good for the Necro army. Like, the Necro army really needs to actually come out here. And with the road that I'm building, they'll be able to fairly quickly. I hate to do this, but I think I'm going to actually retreat. It's going to lower morale a little bit, but... I'm gonna leave this one for the Necro. This is just too good to pass up. I could maybe get my snake back. I could possibly get 2 snakes. I could maybe get a Wraith King out of it. Like, there's just a lot of good stuff here. It'd be nice if I could, like, kill 1 or 2 things. Let's see what happens here. I don't think I'm gonna be able to, but let's back up. The Necro army's got a lot of stuff it needs to do, and fairly quickly. Let's back all these guys up to get within retreat range. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to kill anything without the other stuff getting up in my face, so we should probably just go. Yeah, let's just get out of here. I shouldn't have gone in there in the first place, but like I said, that's just way too good to pass up. Unfortunately, that does use up Carson's army's movement for the rest of this turn. But for the chance of getting like 3 pretty good units, that's something I'm willing to risk. That other vampire sword is probably also going to go to Carson, to be honest. I could send it to Ganon. Let's see. Who actually... I did have somebody specific in mind when I made that. It would be Ganon or Carson. I think I was thinking Carson, probably. Ganon's got his fire sword, which is fine for now. Carson's gonna basically have 3 different weapons that he swaps between depending on the situation. So, but for the now, I do want that item to go to Carson. And what do I want to make next? I got plenty of mana, so I could forge another item. I think I'd like Carson to have a healing item, so I'll probably make one of those. Because his group doesn't really have a healer. Let's find like a potion or something like that. Where's that pink potion that I normally use? Probably like 1 click to the left, and here I am going to the right. There it is. Potion of healing. There we go. And I believe that, yeah, you can't. It takes up all 5, so that's fine. Those are useful items to have. Alright, the enchanted... Oh, yeah. So, armory's done. Enchanted armory is next. And I think that's pretty much it for the Crusaders. Unless I decide to, like, fast-track a Dark Citadel for an extra promotion. That would take another 2 turns. I will... Well, you know what? I'm going to put the Warcry in the list anyway, just in case I get a hurry production event when the Theocrat Conclave finishes. I might change my mind about that later. Okay, Goblin City down here probably could use public baths, I guess. More growth is always good. The more goblin population I have in my empire, the quicker the race governance is going to go up with them. So growing goblin cities is generally good for me. This might be the last orc priest I make. I think I've got enough out in the field. If I want to send another one, I've got one down here. I've got another one just up ahead. And that's probably where this one's going to. Let's see, hang on. Let's take a look, an overview here. I've got the one out there. I've got 2 out there. I've got 3 here. I've got 2 here, which I think is sufficient for that city because it's kind of behind other things. I'll probably send him out here and call it good. I think this city could probably do something else. I might actually want to make an orc builder here too. Then I could maybe get a head start on making these roads down here. Or towers or something like that. Or I could always just produce merchandise. So I'm not going to be making the Grand Palace here just yet. This is another city that could make... This is another city that could make Shrines of Smiting. So I'll go ahead and get the Flowrock Citadel and then work on the Theocrat Conclave. Then I could have 2 cities in the back producing Shrines of Smiting. Her boots arrived. That's good. This city is awaiting orders. Again, probably we'll go with... that city could also make Shrines of Smiting. But I think in this case I'm going to worry about growth more. Since I'm not clearing that... So since I'm not clearing this structure, the Forbidden Sanctum with Carson's army up here, I'm going to go ahead and attack the Lich Castle with the Necro now. I am going to need to heal that Black Knight. He's pretty beat up. But I've got 2 units that can do that. And then I've got enough tanks and everything else to deal with the Reapers. And I can cast Smite. I think I can cast Smite 4 times. Costs 12. So it'd be 24. I could cast it 3 times. I think exactly 3 times. No, I'd have a little bit of magic left over, but I could cast it 3 times. That's probably good enough. It says closely matched, but going into this with Smite, I feel a lot better about my odds. Dragons are great tanks against the Dread Reapers. By the way, that was another general theme in the comments of just like I handled the Lich Castle very poorly. And yeah, I'm not going to argue with you guys. I really did last time around. I really, really did. But hopefully I can redeem myself here a little bit. Lich Castle round 2. So I want healing on that knight. Let's definitely not misclick here. I'll put the dragon here, and I don't think that Dread Reaper... Okay, he could reach... You know what? I will do that. I don't know if I'll be able to heal. Oh yeah, actually I could. I could do this. Move around here. I may not have much of a chance to heal during the fight, so we'll just top him off to max health and then move him back. And then I don't have to worry about anything else hitting that unit. That Dread Reaper can go after this dragon if he wishes. And the Ice Queen can pretty much just hang out back here and see what happens. Actually, she can tank hits too if she needs to. I'm going to wait until things let their guard down before opening up on them with Smite. Okay, so these guys both let their guard down, so I'm going to ruin their day. Let's see here. The Black Knight can get a pretty good charge on this one. The dragons can kind of eat up this one's movement points, so maybe that's what I'll do. Just do that. Use a movement point anyway. I would like to get that Deathbringer. Maybe I can... I should be able to greater reanimate that if I can kill it. Maybe I can get both Deathbringers. We'll see. I mean, there's 3 of them to go around, actually, so... you know what? That dragon... There's a lot more units closing in on that Ice Queen than I'm comfortable with. I keep forgetting that's not the promoted Ice Queen. She's weak. She might actually die if I'm not careful. So... Do Deathbringers have mind control immunity? I think they do. Yeah, they do. So I can't Ghoul Curse them. So basically, I can greater reanimate one thing here. And I'd prefer it to be a Deathbringer as opposed to reanimating my Frostling Ice Queen. But we'll see if I can do that, because I kind of used action points for other things on that dragon. That dragon can't move. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just try to kill this Dread Reaper. Oh, that straight up popped him. Like, he's just gone. Okay, so that takes care of him. Then I can go after the Banshee with... I want to go after that Dread Reaper with the Black Knight, but I'm a little worried to send him that close. But that other Dread Reaper only has 2 action points left, so I probably am okay. Or I could just Warcry and kill the Banshee. That guy could do a decent little bit of damage to the Banshee, but not nearly enough. And Farron really needs a different ranged option, aside from Black Bolt, to keep fighting undead with her. What about a charge on the Banshee? Would that do anything? I'm just trying to think of ways that I can get out there to deal with those Deathbringers. Actually, what I think I'm going to do with Farron is go down here and use up one of this guy's action points. Sort of get him off the Ice Queen a little bit. Unfortunately, that does leave me exposed to the ice. I didn't think about that, but he's got enough health he can handle it. And then I'm going to use this guy to just finish off that Banshee, get him out of the way. Put him here. Alright, we'll see if my Frost Queen can survive all this. I'll probably be okay. Yeah, I'm good. All right, nice job, Farron. Oh yeah, it's that tireless shield. All right, cool. That works out well. Can I greater reanimate the human Deathbringer? I will do that. I'm not going to do it quite yet, just to make sure Farron doesn't need to do something else. Let's see here. So we've got... I need to move the camera, and I think... There we go. Sorry. I don't move the camera very often. I'm doing it with the middle mouse button, so it gets a little clunky. And normally, changing the orientation of the battlefield kind of goofs me up, but... Alright, so we've got that Deathbringer there needs to die. Got my reanimator here, he's good. That dragon got pretty beat up, so I need to watch out for that. What I should do is put everyone on defense that is surrounding that Dread Reaper, because he's going to explode in a second. Okay, so he's gone. Then I can focus on... I think it's just that Deathbringer and that Deathbringer. They're all humans, so it doesn't matter which one I get. Alright, let's go after that one. Oh, man. I wasn't paying attention to how much damage they do retaliating. That's okay, the battle's almost over, so we'll let the dragon munch on that one. And then you can move here. I'm gonna kill that one, but before I do, I need to reanimate this one. And then I can attack once. Okay, cool. Army got a little beat up, but I pulled through. Black Knight barely pulled through. But I do have a Deathbringer now, which I think is probably going to replace that Frostling Ice Queen. So that's cool. Oh, that's another good shield. +4 defense. That's really good. Oh, man, and good leg items, too. +4 defense on those. That actually could go to the Halfling. She could use that. Maybe, actually, hang on. Let me see. He might be able to use those greaves. No, he's already got those greaves. Man, I'm getting some fantastic items. Ganon could use them too, actually. Ganon's actually could be more of a melee fighter. I'm going to send those to Ganon. Yeah, that's got Ganon written all over it. And then for that shield, I already have so many good shield items. Oh, I don't want to take away Karzin's. That's probably the best. I think that might be the best shield in the game. So he's definitely going to keep that. The Halfling needs her quiver. He needs his tireless shield. So I guess that shield's probably also... Yeah, that's going to Ganon. Alright, that makes me happy. And Farron leveled up, so I can get... Actually, I really need protection from light. I don't know why I didn't get that earlier, but that army could really use that. Alright, I love clearing those structures. You get a lot of good stuff out of those. Now, Farron's army does not have time to goof around. They got to keep moving, so... I'm going to send them up straight towards that cave entrance. The Deathbringer will have to catch up whenever it can. And everybody else can kind of go with them. What happened to that other army I had down here? I had the beetles. Oh yeah, they were going to go take that out. And I can go ahead and do that now. All right. I am tempted to just auto this. Man, all those reanimators. They're just not really in the path of... I can't afford to send Farron's army up that way, so we'll just have to clear this and move back. See ya. Nobody needs healing, at least not yet, so I guess I'm good there. Okay, we'll get some damage on some of these guys. Might be able to... Nope, they get killing momentum at gold rank. But how close is he to gold rank? Not close enough. He's just gonna straight up bull rush that guy, I guess. I want him to get killing momentum. Preferably in this battle if I can manage it. Probably have him kill the other reanimator. How? He's probably not going to get it, but we'll see what I can do. I would need to use up this guy's action points. Okay, he is out of action points. You can heal up that little bit of damage they did. Okay. I'll let him get that kill. Then heal him. Actually, I was kind of hoping he would do that. There we go. I was hoping the enemy would get a hit in on me for a little extra XP. So now that guy has killing momentum. Tiger and Sandals of Speed are nice, but I've got good enough leg gear, so I'm selling that. And then these guys really should probably head back. That'd be Human Priests. Those would be nice to have too. Alright, but these guys need to go back. I've got stuff to defend down here. In fact, I'll send the Tiger on ahead. I don't want him to get the haste berries, though. There's another Lich Castle right there, too. Man, they're everywhere. Alright, Ganon gets to upgrade. Don't really have a use for Absorb Pain on him other than getting XP. Ganon needs to stay alive at all costs, so Absorb Pain seems counterproductive. I could get him Undead Slayer. I could just buff his stats. I might actually just buff his stats a little bit. He's got pretty good health. Honestly, his stats are actually pretty good. But since I'm thinking about turning him into more of a melee fighter, I'll go ahead and throw some defense and some melee strength his way. The items that are on the way to him, I might actually have him do a little bit of both. We'll wait. I'll wait and see. Well, hang on. On the next level, melee strength is going to cost 2, and then it would cost 3. So I could buff melee strength quite a bit. So I'll go ahead and buff his range strength too, just a bit. Help him do more spirit damage. Actually, oddly enough, that actually buffed the physical damage. It gave 2 to Spirit Ray. Hang on, let me test something. Yeah, that's kind of weird. So Spirit Ray, see how Spirit Ray says 9 now? Because it's getting that extra point from the range strength buff. But if I put this on, oh, it reset. Huh, that's interesting. So if you have the item on, like the, wait, that should be giving him +2. That should give him +2 range strength anyway. I don't know why it says 1. Ah, that's weird. If anyone else saw what just happened there, because this was saying 2 physical and 8 spirit after I picked the bonus to range strength. And then when I unequipped and re-equipped the item, it's now 1 and 9. That's kind of weird how that works. That almost seems like a bug, but I don't know for sure. Okay, so Ganon's army is heading down. We're going to go after this other elf city and keep the pressure on the halflings up here. Hopefully we can scare them into hesitating, because what I don't want them to do is push up in the underground right now. I want to kind of force them to feel like they need to come back and defend their stuff if I can. So Cherub can just sneak a peek here. Doesn't look like particularly tough units. Ganon's army can... Well, I can actually get these haste berries, and maybe yeah, I can attack that on this turn. All right, that's good news. Do I have anyone that can split off kind of quickly? You know, I think their leader is still dead too. I don't think I need to worry about spells, which is good because I might be able to use this to see. So leader has fallen, 7 turns left. Is she in the void? Can I check? No, it looks like she's back. It's probably a 10 turns, and after 3 she came back, so I don't know. I could get outnumbered here. Their units aren't good, but there's just a lot of them. I do have Divine Justicars, though. That's a tough call. It all depends on how lucky the halflings get. But I don't think that I need to be too worried about that with the kind of stack that I have. I think I'm going to go for it. Go big or go home. I need to count this out, though. I want to try to get that watchtower so I can see what else is around here. I'm wondering if the cherub could reach it and still catch up with the rest of the army. Not the cherub, the exalted. So if he goes 1, it's 3 spaces per move for a flying unit, so that's 1. And then he could go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He would not quite make it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, he could. Did I count that wrong? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, because I've already used 1. Couldn't quite do it, so I'm gonna actually not do that. I'm gonna keep everybody together. Maybe somebody, actually, you know what? There's a road there. Maybe somebody, because I have advanced logistics now, so maybe somebody else could get it, like the giant, perhaps. His is a little more complicated, but if he moves, that's 4, that's 8, that's 12, and then back onto the road is 2s all the way. Oh yeah, he could make that. Advanced logistics for the win. I don't see anything else out here. There's a structure I could clear with this group. But yeah. Cool. I don't have many casting points going into this, so that's something I should probably consider, but let's see what the computer thinks of my odds here. Closely matched. Oh, wait. Hold on. Poor Tarsak's probably screaming at me right now to cast Mark of the Heretic, and I don't blame him. I actually wish I had a little bit more casting points, so I could cast it on both stacks, but I think I'll just cast it on whichever one's the tougher stack. It would affect more units in this stack, so I'll cast it on them. Oh, is there any way I could squeeze out just a few more casting points on this turn? Man, that'd be nice. Oh, I got 100 mana from Festival of Magic. Let me cycle through these other things that I need to do. Oh wait, that's my new Goblin City. They can build a storehouse. Growth is good. Gonna put this city back on merchandise. There's not really a whole lot else I need this city to be doing. They have still not taken care of my scout out here. Eventually going to find a capital. There is the Frostling Dreadnought's capital. Or wait, is that the halflings? It's hard to tell with their colors. How do I see who owns this unit? It's definitely the yellow and blue. That looks like that's the Frostling Dreadnought. Okay. All right. Let's get out of here. Finding a capital is more than I could have hoped for with this cherub. That's really, really good. So that makes me pretty happy. I'm going to keep sending reinforcements down underground for the fight with the halflings that will probably occur down there. I wish I could get these guys down to help Ganon's army. I cannot right now. Is there anything around them that they could get casting points for clearing? Not from there. I could always clear this with Karzan's army, but I don't think it's worth it. These guys need to stay on defense, I think. I'm going to put them I'll just leave them in on the center city tile. I'm going to scout that Mer dwelling. Let's see what they've got in there. Just one Lord of the Deep, a Kraken, some Mariners. There's not really much to worry about in there. The Halflings army could probably take that. The question is, do they have the time to take that? And I've got my other Cherub Scout underground, okay. Found haste berries, which is always good. Money, which is even better. And a whole bunch of very, very angry undead. Let's step away from that mess. Okay, these guys are done for this turn. And this guy probably go in here. Got that other builder. I'm gonna leave him there for now. Oh yeah, this was the that's the poor martyr that's trying so hard to catch up with my halflings group. I don't really need these guys up here. The halflings army can handle all this no problem. Although the flyer might be handy. You know what? The flyer might be handy if I decide to go after that the mer people out there. So maybe that's worth hanging on to. Wonder if I could get, you know, I could actually take this human city on this turn if I just drop that priest out. Oh, I may as well. I mean, why not? Have a city one turn earlier. That's good news for me. I might go ahead and throw Chaos Rift down on this one. Yeah, I don't know. It'll actually, no, I won't, because it'll destroy some of the city population and make humans a little more upset with me. So I probably won't do that. I actually will probably leave the city as humans, just so I can have some human tech. I wouldn't mind having some human priests around. Alright, they don't have much in terms of range. They've got that one human archer. Let's actually just stay out of his range for the moment. But I think I'm going to use the halfling to pressure him. Okay, so let's bring her up. And something like this is okay for now. That archer will probably run down. No, he doesn't even need to move. Okay. Alright, let's see if I can stun him. I don't think I quite counted these spaces out right. No, that works. Alright, so now what do you guys do? I want to make sure I'm defending her. They really don't want to come off the wall, but that's fine. I'll just sit here flanking at their only range unit until it dies. Now they want to come out and party. Mess him up with devastating charge a little bit. Can't quite finish him with the flyer though. Okay, he's probably taken the most damage, so move in with her. Whoop, whoop. Oh, I forgot that guy wasn't dead. Alright, well, that's okay. Alright, I will spit on you because I can, and then finish you with somebody else. Actually, the knight. I want him to level up. I want strong will on that knight. Sorry, I know this episode's going a little bit long, but I actually don't mind. Most of you actually seem to kind of prefer the longer episodes anyway, but I want to try to get to the end of this turn, which is going to mean one more battle with the halflings. I'm going to just absorb this city. It shall be mine. And then they are done for this turn. Okay, and then this poor guy is eventually going to catch up, but I got a feeling by the time he gets there, they'll be turning around heading the other way or going across the lake. I still need that cherub scout nestled down there, and I think Ganon's army is all that's left, so at least I got Mark of the Heretic on one group of units, and I have enough to cast Smite once if I want to, so that could be helpful. I'll attack with the knight, actually. Save Ganon's points. We'll see what kind of spell she throws at me, because I don't... She is a sorcerer, so... Warped equipment. Well, that's not fun. Is there a time limit on that? Or is that just permanent for all of combat? Yeah. And the effect cannot be removed with the spell magic, unfortunately. Okay, that's manageable, though. It's not the worst thing that could happen. Bigger question is, do these guys have inflict stun yet? And they do not, so that is working quite a bit in my favor. Let's go for the group that has the numbers, the one that's weak, and try to finish them off quickly. I want Ganon to give that troll touched by faith. And I can pretty much force them to come to me. Oh, I need him to absorb pain on Ganon, too. Oh, they dazzled the giant? Actually, I don't mind dazzled so much, because now my giant still has all his movement points, so... To be honest, I don't think dazzled is as useful as you might think it is, because a lot of times I want to, if I'm attacking the enemy, I want to use up their action points. Okay, I'm gonna get that going first things first. And she put Starblades on something over here. It was probably that node serpent, but no, it was not. What'd she put that on? Who has Starblades? Somebody has Starblades. Did she put it on? If she put it on anything other than the node serpent or the... Oh, it was the node serpent. Okay, that makes sense. Alright, I can just start whittling these guys away one at a time, I suppose. I don't know what I'm gonna do here. I think I'm gonna just go ahead and pop a shot off on him just to turn him around so the troll can flank him. The troll has killing momentum, so, but he didn't quite get the kill. That's unfortunate because that leaves him with his guard down. All right, I want these jesters out of the way, I think. Go away. Does anyone else have killing momentum? I'm pretty sure the giant does not. What I think I will do is use Ganon to kill that unicorn rider with a range attack. And then use the giant to pummel something else with a big rock. Like a squishy halfling. Probably an apprentice. Yeah, that probably didn't feel good, did it? Okay, that's another unit with Starblades, which is probably going to mess up my troll pretty good. Oh, they just go after him. Okay. It's annoying because even though I have Divine Justicars, the Knight's not going to regain any XP if he keeps dying in these battles. I don't think the units regain any XP that they accumulated. So that's kind of annoying. But if I can get rid of these heavy-hitting melee units, I think I'll be okay here. The rest of this stuff isn't really that threatening, especially without Inflict Stun. I have a special plan just for this guy. Back you up a little bit, get him to come after me. Ganon probably needs to heal somebody. And it's not the Reanimator because I can't heal him. Probably the Stone Giant. Or maybe, yeah, probably the Stone Giant. Ironheart would be good for him too. Yeah, well that was fun while it lasted. That's enough picking on the troll, I think. He's going to need a little bit of health from healing, even though he does have regrowth. Alright, well, he's going to go on a little halfling smashing spree here, I think. Oh, yeah. That's what I like to see. Nicely done. How about... who's next? How about another Brew Brother? Let's move Ganon up here first to kind of a somewhat safe-ish spot. We'll help that troll out with some healing. And go after the other Brew Brother, which unfortunately I don't think I'll be able to finish off. As for this giant, like a melee attack against an apprentice. Sounds like fun. My Orc Exalted probably needs to hang back, because Ganon takes hits, he's going to risk dying. Although, I don't know. I could actually send him out here. Maybe Warcry this guy in the back, and then he won't be able to really do much. Plus, I got Lifesteal, so there's that too. And then my Goblin Crusader, my Goblin Reanimator can finish this guy off. And then I got to remember he can heal. He can actually heal my Exalted too, so I should probably do that. Ah, the troll barely hangs on. I knew he needed the extra health. Okay. I would like to heal the Exalted, I think. The Orc can take out the Troll can take out the Brew Brother, and he can still get a hit in on something else. But at this point, I also need to make sure that he doesn't die, because I want him to keep all the XP he's accumulated throughout the course of the battle. He's darn near, he's pretty close to leveling up. I can't get to him to heal him on this turn with the Reanimator. I might actually just go ham on this stuff with other units. Try to get in their face, maybe even including Ganon. Okay, so what I'm going to do is move him here. So I can heal this guy. Oh, crap. I thought he had more movement than that, but that's okay. Leave him there. He can't do much, but that's a flank attack. This is another flank attack. And Ganon's probably going to have to kind of go for it here. Both of these guys have Fairy Fire, which could do a decent bit of damage to that troll, so I'm going to get aggressive with Ganon. Go after these guys. Ah, he tried to kill my Reanimator, huh? Well, the Reanimator needs to heal himself. Does Ganon have any healing back yet? I know I didn't really bother converting any units. I don't know that I really need any of these. It's just a toadstool fairy. It is a rank 3 toadstool fairy, though. Do they have, like, spirit protection or mind control immunity or something? They have blight weakness. No, as far as I know, I should be able to convert that. I almost want to just use it to feed the troll XP, though. Because he'll have... Let's see what my odds are. 40%. I could probably bump that up a little bit, but I'd have to wait another turn. You know what? I just want the troll to level up. The troll did not level up. He's... Oh, he already leveled up once this battle. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. Well, then I can at least kind of just go for it, and if I don't get it, then... Oh, well, I got it. Okay. I could use more units here on this front line, so... A lot of promotions for everybody, except the dang knight that keeps dying. Alright, who wants to take the city? You can go in and do that. I believe I am making an elf settler, if I remember correctly. Oh, no, wait, I'm just absorbing the population, which is what I'm going to do here as well. Okay, and I don't know that there's anything else closing in on me down here. I'll probably move up and continue to just be as aggressive as I possibly can in this area and try to draw their attention. It did just occur to me, I keep forgetting that cave entrance is right there. The halflings probably have pretty easy access to that. So I should probably expect something could come popping out of that at any point in time. I guess having some defenders on that city is needed for now. I don't know that they could hold it, but I might want to build walls there just in case. In the meantime, I think Ganon's army is just going to keep pushing the offensive here. Actually, they need to go after that ziggurat, I think, on the next turn. I should be able to clear that. And that is the end of this turn, finally. It was a long episode, but I don't mind. We got a lot done. One thing I do want to mention, I do realize I need to cast Embrace Darkness on this city before I start building anything in it. I'm probably going to start channeling that now, just so I don't forget, because otherwise I'll probably forget. I know I'll get it up a turn before I need it, a turn or two before I need it, but it's not really that much mana. Mana's pretty good right now, and I think I'd rather just cast it while I can. There's also some new cities that could use Beacon of Faith, which is going to include that elf city on the next turn. I believe the Tigran city is still being absorbed, but I think getting Embrace Darkness cast before I forget to do so is probably more useful. Oh wait, actually, I changed my mind. Abort spell. Transform to Destruction node. I need to remember to get that mana node up there. Okay. So I think I'm pretty much set going into the next turn. I will go ahead and end the episode here, so if you guys have any suggestions before the next episode, I can get to that. Otherwise, thanks so much for watching, everybody. I appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next episode.